quick bonus question. Would you rather work from home with no coffee, or would you rather have to work in an office and have amazing coffee on tap?
Work from home. I'm willing to give up the coffee.
Right, so we're playing a little Would You Rather. We invite you to play with us. Pop us your answer in the comments. So my question for Meegs is, would you rather have a client who micromanages every step of your process, or one who just disappears until the deadline, and then once you've submitted the work, they demand massive changes?
Hey.
No gray areas.
No grey areas.
Megan keeps trying to cheat her way out of these. You're not letting her.
It's weirdly, as a quick caveat to change the subject, because I need time to think about this. I've just redone my rate card, and I've done like package prices, like case studies from whatever, and I sent it out to all my clients, and I had a call this morning. It's like, is that really what you're charging for a case study now? And I'm like, no, we're on the same level. It's just that like that is the average price. These are indicative rates. Because when somebody asks you how much is a case study, the answer is always it depends. And I think that in this case, it would also be an it depends. But in my experience,
that was a really roundabout way of answering. I don't know where you were going with that case study story, but good diversion.
Yes, just distract, baffle. What bullshit baffles brains? So now we've forgotten the question, and we can move on to something that's easier. In my experience, I've had it where that is actually the same client. They micromanage every single little thing, and then when you submit the last thing, they've actually decided that that's not what they were looking for, and you have to start from scratch. So I think that it all comes down to briefing.
Okay,
I still can't answer the question. I still can't answer the question because both of those are so shit.
So shit. I'll go first then. I would rather have someone who disappears than demands huge changes. I mean, yes, provided that given those changes, that will be the final deliverable. But as we spoke about in another episode, both of us actually give 2 rounds of reverts. Anything more than that, we charge for. So, they can make huge changes. That's fine. As we discussed also in that episode, I'd prefer to receive feedback in one chunk versus in little bits and pieces and being micromanaged along the way. So for me, I would rather take a whole chunk of feedback, implement it at once, than have someone hanging over my head and checking in, throughout my day. Again, like something else we've spoken about in these episodes, being distracted from what you're doing can really derail your whole day. I would choose to just take that chunk of time that I need to spend on the reverts and make them once I've submitted the final deliverable. Another reason is that sometimes people only know what they want when they've got something to look at. Like maybe they're micromanaging along the way because they don't really know what they want. And then when they see something in front of them, they can say, okay, this is exactly what I want, or this is nothing like what I wanted, and we can go from there. So that's my answer. Your turn now. This is your last chance.
Yeah, I suppose. I think that if I had to maybe reframe the question as in, what would I be more comfortable with? I suppose one large-scale change at the end where everything is wrong and you have to start from scratch. Because I don't react well to micromanagement. You've hired me for a specific reason. My reason is that I have expertise in delivering the content that you're looking for. And if you're going to constantly tell me that I'm doing it wrong, then clearly you don't trust me, and that's going to create a massive issue. So I'd rather deliver the first draft, and then we come back to it and do whole-scale changes. Because if you're going to micromanage, I'm going to start ignoring you. And that's not going to be healthy for either of us or the project. Yeah. So yeah, major change right at the end, I suppose.
Okay, we've got you. I'm going to hit you with a quick bonus question. Would you rather work from home with no coffee, or would you rather have to work in an office and have amazing coffee on tap?
Work from home. I'm willing to give up the coffee. Uh, I found since I've moved from a corporate environment to doing my own thing, I am like a gazillion times more productive. And there are office related things that I do miss. Like, when you are ideating, and I know that we've spoken about this before, using AI to ideate and be that bouncing off buddy, but I do miss the kind of the random "how was your day" kind of questions. And then working on something, just leaning back to the person next to you, like, listen, what do you think of this? So those two things of office life I do really miss. But if I had to look at productivity and how I recharge, I like to be on my own. And okay, sometimes working from home does get a little bit isolating, but I would rather be on my own than having other people drain my energy all the time. I produce better work when I'm on my own. So I would trade the coffee in for working from home. And you?
Yeah, no, likewise, easy question. I hear you on those office benefits. I've also experienced working in an office. No thanks. Yeah. Easy. Another one to let us know in the comments, folks. How important is your
Yeah.
coffee? Do you miss office life? Do you work in an office? Do you go to a co-working space? I mean, there are a lot of options nowadays. Be interesting to hear.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments, and we will see you in the next episode.